right, you probably don't have to tell parents, but we are about 2 weeks away from the first day of school in New York City.
Yeah, aside from the back-to-school shopping, parents may also need to get kids prepared mentally as well. Beth Gaskill is a veteran teacher and founder of the education company Big City Readers, and she's back with us with her expert checklist for back to school. Nice to see you, Beth.
Great to see you guys.
All right, so your first tip for parents who might be a little bit nervous right now, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking the simplest place to start is practicing that morning routine. And we can make it a little bit exciting by just, okay, if that routine is walking to school or driving to school, grab a treat. It could be something that you have in your house, or you could go get coffee and a cake pop and just have it while you're on the way to school. This is going to help open up some conversation about talking about what school is going to be like while also having that exciting moment. So it's helping them realize we're not worried about them, so they don't have to feel worried. And we're also practicing that routine of getting out the door and getting toward the school at a certain time.
Okay, so what about if your child is going to a new school? How can parents kind of get them used to kind of what to expect?
Yeah, well, our kids feel courage from us first. So like remembering not to transfer that fear by being like, are you worried, and asking that leading question. But anytime they're doing something kind of fun, like maybe reading a book or painting, you could say, I bet you're going to do that in your new school. Remember to do this when they're doing something that they're having fun, not doing something that they're frustrated with.
That's so true, though. They do feel courage from us, right? All right, your next tip is for younger kids who are going to be eating lunch at school for the first time. That can be scary.
It can be. And I think so many people want to focus on the academics, right? We think, okay, we got to get their ABCs. We got to make sure they can do all of these things. But school is for learning. So we actually can set kids up for success much more if we help them feel confident in like the social emotional stuff, opening their lunches, going to the bathroom, having lunch at the time that they're going to eat lunch at school. So it's not like everything's new, or they're not like unsure who to ask. Okay, I can't open my Go-Gurt. Okay, I can't cut the crust off my sandwiches, but like helping them feel confident in that way.
Okay, so one thing that may make some children nervous, especially the shy ones, the idea of making new friends. So how can parents kind of ease those concerns and fears?
So similarly to kids getting their courage from us, right? We want to do what I call a think out loud or a think aloud. So we're just going to start narrating for our kids what it's like to make a new friend. So maybe you say, oh, I went to back to school night with all the grownups, and I felt a little nervous, but I remembered my brave brain talk, and I took a deep breath, and all I had to do was say hi. You can also take dolls or dinosaurs, whatever you have, and let kids interact and kind of model what it will look like to make a friend. So you say, hey, I'm feeling kind of nervous about making a new friend, and have them kind of tell you what they should do. And in turn, they're telling themselves what they should do.
So, you know, most kids spent the summer with a more relaxed bedtime without having to worry about waking up early in the morning. So how do you start to get them back, I guess quickly get them back into that dreaded early bedtime habit?
Yeah, well, remembering to say, you know, like it's not, oh, great, we got to go to bedtime, but talking about, oh my gosh, tomorrow is the day that we get to practice going to school. We're going to go get that treat, or let's lay out our clothes that we're going to wear, because right after we practice walking to school, we'll go to the park. So we're getting them excited for the next day instead of being like, okay, you got to go to bed earlier. So we're just kind of shifting the focus on what the exciting thing is to come, rather than focusing on, okay, let's go to bed. We also love to do a visual routine. So kids often feel overwhelmed when it's just us telling them things. But if you have like an alarm or like a visual timer that goes off, you say, okay, in 15 minutes, we start the routine. You have 3 pictures of a toothbrush, you know, a face wash, and their hairbrush. So then they see, okay, timer goes off. I do those 3 things. They're going to automatically start going to bed. We're just going to kind of habit stack those things.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's for sure.
All right. Well, Beth, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
All right. And for more tips to get ready for back to school, you can go to bigcityreaders.com or follow them on social media. The information is right there on your screen.